All right, we're en route. We're going to do a little proactive photography today with a drone. What I want to do is get snapshots of each of the 5 Schumacher locations. So we have 5. I work at Livingston. We have one in Denville, one in Boonton, one in Clifton, and one in Little Falls, all in New Jersey. I even got it mapped out here, even though I know where I'm going, but I wanted to map it out because I was a little curious to see how many miles this is. It's about 45 miles between all the stores. I have to grab gas. I have no fuel in the car and no battery in the car because I didn't charge it last night. So we have about a 45 mile range. I wonder if I try to do this whole journey on what I have left in the tank. That'll get me to the Livingston store, at which point I can plug in. Actually, I can plug in at all the stores. I'm gonna try to plug in at all the stores too. This is gonna be a fun day. Let's get it going. We just got the fuel warning, so we're at 40 miles worth of range now. You can see on the bottom right-hand corner, and our little last brick went from green to yellow.
Every little kid.
No, now we're at 42. I think we're gonna make this work. First stop, now this is the Volt. Notice I'm using the Chevy Volt regenerative braking paddle as I get off this exit, which is gonna help maximize how far I can go. We got a warning before where we were at low fuel. The little brick turns yellow, as you can see on the right-hand side there, and it shows we have 44 miles. Now, when that lit and the little tone goes off, we were actually at 40 miles. And that was probably like 3 miles, maybe like 2.5 miles ago. Coasting downhill, using the paddle. I'm gonna pick up some range. And here we are. Looks like they still have their Saturday balloons up. Landscapers are here. That's not gonna look good in the photo. I may have to call an audible and come back. We don't want the landscape truck in the photo. I'm not gonna ask this guy to move or anything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot up to the next one, which is gonna be Boonton. We're gonna run there first and take care of that one. I could always double back here. So on to Boonton we go. This is where I'm going. So I can circle back to that, no big deal, and then just hop on 80 to continue to the other locations. By that point in time, this gentleman doing landscaping should be gone, and I'll get a better shot. We're officially low range. It's no longer giving us an estimated amount, and the brick is now completely off. So according to the computer, I have no battery and no gas. We're almost at the Boonton store. We'll be there in a couple of minutes, and I've never been there before, so I don't know if they have a charge plug. I'm sure they do, and I need to find it when I get there. This ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna make it. Even, you know, I plan on being at each dealership 10 minutes taking photos. You know, fire up the drone, get it in the sky, take some photos, and move on. I'm pulling up to the Boonton store now. Even if I plug in, you know, it ain't gonna matter. I'm gonna get myself a mile or two per visit, you know, if that. So I don't know if this is gonna work, but here's Schumacher Chevrolet of Boonton. Let's see if I can find a charging location. I don't see anything up front. I don't see anything in the back. Maybe it's inside the building. You know, we have one inside the shop over in Livingston, as well as outside. They got a new 2-door Jeep, 2018. Nice. I don't know where their charging station is. Let me park on the other side. Let's do the drone shots, get that taken care of. And probably then go to the Shell station that's across the street. So this is what I have here, DJI Mavic Pro. You take your cell phone, you hook it to this controller, get everything fired up, and you go for a flight. And we're all hooked up. There's a whole bunch of birds on that pole right there. Probably can't see them on the GoPro. Dude, look at this, 4 more. I had this thing up in the air. One bird kind of flew by it. Let me stop my recording on here. Conserve battery. One bird flew by it. Not close, but just kind of went and checked it out. Next thing you know, a couple more come back. Now we got like the whole gang. That happened so fast. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There's like 16 birds on that pole that are keeping an eye on me right now. I'm not gonna hurt them. Sorry guys, I'm chickening out. There's no way this is gonna work. I got no fuel, no battery. Not gonna be able to charge it because I'm only at each dealership for a couple of minutes. So we're gonna fill up with some gasoline. Fuel range is no longer an issue. We have 387 miles worth of gasoline in the vault. So we are good to go. Is there a Dunkin' in here? There is. I'm gonna stop at Dunkin' Donuts, grab myself a coffee, and then we'll shoot back over to the Denville store. Check out what this Equinox is towing. It's not a Chevy, it's a Ford. Is this a Model A? Model something. I really don't know anything about him, but it looks pretty cool. We're back at Denville. Not only is the landscaper still here, but now there's another guy, looks like a Schumacher employee, doing something on the ground out front. This is the closest one to my house. Do I go to the other 3 and then just stop here on the way home? I'm gonna do that. I don't want the stuff in front of the stores. We gotta go for quality photos here. So we're gonna hop on Route 80 East and shoot right over to Clifton. So I'll see you in a couple of seconds. And we're at Clifton. Now, they used to have a gate here. They had balloons too. You know, in Livingston, New Jersey, you can't have balloons. They do have a gate. I don't want my car in the photo, so we're gonna go across the street into that parking lot, fire the drone up from there. Obviously, no big deal. We'll just fly over the highway here, and we'll get some nice shots of Schumacher Chevrolet Clifton. All right, let's find a nice little sweet spot over here. By the way, while driving down on the highway, dude, the birds do not like the drone. Same thing. Immediately, within about like 2 minutes, you start to see birds appearing. And next thing you know, they swarm up. There's like 3, 4 of them. They didn't get that close. I don't think they would fly into it. They must just think I'm some massive bird that's gonna go attack their nest or something. But anyway, I got some photos here. The one in Boonton was a lot brighter because the sun was shining right on it. This one is the opposite. It's a lot darker because the sun is not shining on it. It's shining at me or at the camera. But you know, with a little filter, oh, there we go. That's a good one. Little Falls is only a couple minutes away. We're gonna head over there. Get that one. We're doing good. We're making good progress. And this is it here. I'm gonna pull right in. This is the busiest of the Schumacher stores. They pump out the most cars out of all 5. And you know, it's funny because it's not on the main road. They just do a fantastic job. I believe the 1920s is when they started this this dealership, this location. Birds chirping everywhere. There they are already. This is gonna be a problem. They're gonna be attacking the drone. Just gotta look and see what the best angle is here. This store is gonna be a little tough. As you can see, this store is very long. It goes all the way to the back there. And their blue arch is up here. I don't know what angle to get. Picture from here is not that great. You got all these power lines too. But the sun is the problem because this is the same thing. I'm shooting into the sun, which means it's not the best lighting. We ran into a little problem. We're actually in a no-fly zone, NFZ. I looked at the maps before I left to make sure that I was okay. Now it's good the software is built into the drone, so you can't accidentally fly where you're not supposed to fly. It's funny, at the Livingston store, we're only about 300, 400 yards outside the barrier for Morristown Municipal Airport. So I can fly there as long as I don't go into that area. And I'm only taking this drone up 150 feet, so it's not like it's going that high anyway. Here, we cannot take off. All right, we're here at the Schumacher location in Livingston. You know it well, you've seen it in videos.
Take up, the home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
This has a tap to focus, so you just tap the screen and it'll focus the shot. Then you just hit your shutter, which is here. When you flip back and forth, when you see the red icon, that means you can film, and that's going to be recording for video. And then you press that to stop, switch it back to camera. You can adjust the brightness and the shutter on it as well. And then we'll just bring it on back. And then to land it, all you do is you get to the bottom, it's going to stop itself. You hold the down arrow, and that's it. She lands herself. Mission accomplished. I'm gonna hit the Denville store, take the photos there, and then home for the day. It's 11 o'clock right now. Be home by like 11:30, and you know, use the rest of the day to relax, enjoy it, and maybe edit this up tonight. Thanks for watching.